Welcome back to NXT, and last week we kicked off the show with the debut of the Young Bucks. Retribution's music, for some reason, not playing, as they come out to no music. Fantastic. But tag team champions, they beat Mustache Mountain at Bash at the Beach, and as you can see, lFJoaKyo-LEuNRYZlRczw gone back to his T-bar gear. But yeah, I mentioned last week because, well, we have yet another debut tag team. The renaissance of tag team matches is taking place, I guess, as Cody Rhodes, Guns for Hire FTR, not officially signed, but they're going up against the champions. If they pick up a win, it pretty much guarantees a contract with NXT. So Retribution, part of Will Ospreay's empire that he's slowly been trying to build, with a little bit of an appearance change, with Shane Thorne's mask getting a little bit of an alteration. And as I said, lFJoaKyo-LEuNRYZlRczw going back to his T-bar gear and formally being announced to the ring as T-bar. It seems like maybe they resorted back to their old personas as a means of maybe winning the belts, but now that they are the actual champions, they're back to Retribution. Will Ospreay not been seen since Bash at the Beach 2 weeks ago when he lost to Austin Theory, who is now the #1 contender, going to be going up against NXT champion Walter at the upcoming NXT pay-per-view. It's going to be Theory versus Walter in the main event. Last week we also saw the debut of the new NXT cash-in briefcase, won by Ricky Starks. Again, another debut. We're seeing a lot of people filtering in and out. NXT has been host to a lot of superstars over the past couple of months, as our new GM, and the GM at the time, William Regal, but our new GM, Cody Rhodes, tries to figure out who is a good fit for the NXT brand moving forward. T-Bar and Wheeler now. Oh my god, and grabbing Wheeler by the throat and tossing him across the ring. Keeping Wheeler in their corner. Retribution went on a rampage before Bash at the Beach, and then the shock win over Mustache Mountain. We don't know yet whether or not Mustache Mountain will be facing Retribution for their rematch. They do have a contractual rematch clause, but whether or not they decide to use it is a different matter. FTR, former Universe Mode champions. Oh my god, and a short-armed lariat flattens Wheeler. Wheeler needs to try and make the tag to Harwood, and that's exactly what he's trying to do. That's what he prioritized immediately. Gotta get the fresh man in there. And Harwood getting tossed around. FTR getting schooled here, but as I was saying, they are one of the formerly most dominant champions that we've actually had in the tag division for Universe Mode. They had one hell of a rivalry against Mustache Mountain, so it makes sense for them to be here tonight taking on the people that also beat Mustache Mountain. We've had a lot of people cycling out, free agents from the independent scene, and superstars from places like Impact and NWA. NXT shares a close friendship, almost a close relationship when it comes to, oh my god, sharing superstars from other brands. And a pin by T-Bar, but Harwood with the kick out. It would be incredibly impressive if FTR could beat the tag champs in their debut. But the point I was trying to make was that we're going to continue to see people, and we're going to continue to see partnerships between NXT and other wrestling promotions. Cody Rhodes becoming general manager and rebranding NXT will probably not be the final monumental thing that we see for NXT. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my god, and a sit-out chokeslam. Oh, and Harwood's back to his feet. Shoulder barge. Going after T-Bar now. T-Bar with the sidewalk slam. Drops down Harwood, and Harwood trying to roll into the corner. Oh, went for another shoulder tackle, launching all of his body weight as much as he could into T-Bar. And T-Bar's now been sent to the outside near FTR's corner. Oh, and Harwood sends T-Bar into the announcer's table. And Wheeler now. What do FTR have in mind as they team up on T-Bar on the outside of the ring? This might be a good way for them to get an advantage over Retribution. Retribution beat FTR in combined size. FTR, by the way, for those who don't know, formerly the Revival if you don't recognize them. If you watched Universe Mode before and you don't know. Oh my god, and FTR now trying to prevent T-Bar from getting back in the ring, but he's fighting both of them off. Oh my god, and another short-armed lariat. We're at a count of 5. Kick to the midsection. Tiger Driver dumps him down. We're at a 7 now. Oh my god, Harwood back in the ring. Oh, and he's caught by Wheeler at a count of 9, and Wheeler's kept him locked in. Holy shit. The bell's been rung, but he kept going. FTR have beaten the champs, but by a count out. Moving on, and we've got some women's division action. Rhea Ripley going up against an opponent that she faced last week. That's right, we've got a rematch as Rhea Ripley, the women's champion of NXT, takes on Tamina Snuka for a second time. FTR picking up that win against Retribution just moments ago. A reminder that a count-out win against champions is not that impressive, but it's still a win nonetheless, and a win over the champions in general is enough to get momentum going. So it'll be interesting to see where FTR goes from there, but for now we've got Rhea Ripley, the most dominant woman so far in Universe Mode. And as mentioned, she's going to be taking on Tamina Snuka, who came out last week to challenge Ripley, however, unfortunately lost against Rhea. Tamina then asked Cody Rhodes for a rematch, and Ripley's defeated everyone, so he had no reason not to grant her another opportunity. I'm sure that fans of Tamina Snuka are happy to see Tamina get a second opportunity, but Rhea Ripley right out the gate gonna show Tamina that she should have stayed in catering, as Ripley hits her with that super kick. Oh, and a big boot to the chin. Later on tonight, in the main event, we're going to be seeing 3 women battle it out, handpicked by Cody Rhodes himself. As we need to find a #1 contender until Bianca Belair can get back on her feet. Belair still recovering from that brutal chair match prior to Bash at the Beach that she went through with Ripley. Ripley with Tamina over her shoulders. Oh my god! Launching Tamina over the top ropes and down to the mat on the outside. Absolutely brutal. Tamina struggling to get to her feet, but getting to her feet nonetheless. As Ripley just watches. Ripley's just buying herself the time to watch. Ripley's been an absolute powerhouse. Bianca Belair has been the only person that has proven to be able to stop her so far, and even that was brief. Even that unlocked something even more brutal within Rhea Ripley, as she got the championship back. They were meant to have a culmination to their feud at Bash at the Beach, but Ripley put Belair out of action. Of course, Sasha Banks then was chosen by William Regal at the time to come out and face Ripley, but apparently the The surprise wasn't enough to throw Ripley off. Smacking there, Tamina with the super kick. Holy shit. Launching Tamina across the ring. Ripley beat Banks at Bash at the Beach and now continues to be women's champion. Oh, Tamina though, with a snap DDT, drops down Ripley. Ripley's down. And a quick kick out though by Rhea. Oh, and Tamina sends Ripley over the top rope though. I was going to say turnbuckle. Oh my god, and Tamina went flying out to the side of the ring. Caught though by Ripley. Oh my god, a power slam. Dumps Tamina down. Ripley now sending Tamina into the barricade. That is reinforced glass. If that was to break, it would definitely do some damage to you. Oh my god, not to mention the metal around the sides of it. Oh, and Tamina's getting bounced off of every single metal object in the arena right now. Kick to the midsection. Ripley with a riptide on the outside of the ring. Could we be seeing another count out, a second count out in a row for tonight's show? I wouldn't put it past Ripley as she gets all fired up in the middle of the ring. And Tamina's stirring. Tamina's back to her feet. She's definitely going to be able to get back in. Oh, and she's met with a big boot right off the bat. Ripley waiting for her to get up, and Tamina launching Ripley over the top rope, trying to buy herself a little bit of breathing room. So far this week, we have seen Rhea Ripley and Tamina put on a bit more of a show than they did last week. Tamina had a little bit more time to prepare, feel Ripley out a little bit, see what kind of strategy she'd be using. And Tamina seems to have favoured getting Ripley on the outside of the ring. Blocking the clothesline there. Forearm to the back sends Ripley against the ropes, and Ripley goes straight over again. The strength of Tamina. And Tamina getting all fired up, but Ripley's back in the ring. Ripley's back in. Oh my god. Sit out chokeslam to Tamina. Absolutely flattens her. And Ripley getting up off of Tamina. And again, chokeslam position. Tamina fighting out of it. Oh, Tamina. Ripley let her out for a second and now she might regret it. Tamina with these brutal punches. Getting Ripley set up in the corner, but Ripley with the foot under the rope this time. I don't even think she meant to, just bad ring awareness there from Tamina. Oh my god, went for another super kick, but Tamina called it. Enziguri to the arm though. Oh, and a clothesline. Ripley's getting all fired up. And with Tamina down, Ripley's going for the prism trap. Ripley's going for the prism, which is the same way that she made Tamina tap out last week. And that is it. Tamina taps again. A much better performance there by Tamina, but just not enough to put down the champion. Ripley really being pushed to her limit there. As previously mentioned, last week we actually saw the debut of Ricky Starks, and he won the cash-in NXT briefcase, which he can use at any time, any place, against the NXT champion. So Ricky Starks out here tonight to make his singles debut, and he's going to be going up against former North American champion Austin Theory. That's right, former. That's not because he's vacated the belt, but the belt itself has changed. It is now known as the NXT Heritage Championship. Similar to the Intercontinental Championship, going down in history according to Austin Theory as being the work rate belt of NXT because of his performances holding the championship. The lineage of the North American Championship follows on from the Intercontinental Championship of Universe Mode, and thus so will the Heritage Belt. Here we go. Starks. Theory. One-on-one for the first time. And Theory's certainly somebody to be feared within the NXT's roster because of how absolutely dominant he's been. Theory has been such a promising superstar over the past few weeks, over the past few months. Standing shooting star press to Starks. Starks dodging out of the way. Kick to the knee. And with the roll up now to Theory, trying to steal a quick win from the champ. Kick to the midsection. Oh my god, and a knee lift manages to keep Theory on his toes there. Off his toes, rather. Oh, went for another atomic drop, but Theory with the elbow strike to the back of the head. Oh, and Starks rolling out of the sidewalk slam position. Oh, and a drop kick to the back of the head. Very nice there by Starks, who was incredibly impressive in last week's ladder match. To the point where he could be a future NXT champion. Earlier tonight, we also saw Cody Rhodes, or at least we did on social media, we saw Cody Rhodes tweet just a single emoji, and that was a money emoji, which is kind of interesting. No kind of context behind it. We know that he's been booking the recent shows, and he's looking for ways to elevate NXT. Maybe he's making some more deals for superstars, maybe he's making some deals for rebranding, who knows? We shall find out. This match has been equally back and forth so far. Package driver there from Theory to Starks. Starks really struggling to get back into this, but he got some offense in from the beginning, and now look at him with a flurry and a chop block there instead of the reverse drop kick to the back of the head. And now pummeling the champion Theory. And just for a little bit more context behind the cash-in briefcase, the way it's going to work is that as soon as Ricky Starks decides to cash in, there will be a new cash-in champion crowned in some form, whether it's a ladder match, whether it's a fatal 4-way, it will be some kind of multi-person match. It could even just be a simple battle royale. It could even be a goddamn Royal Rumble, we don't know. We know that at some point we will be hosting a Royal Rumble match, but we don't know what it's going to be for, what event it's going to be for, or what event it's going to take place at so far. So we're going to have to see as we go. Diving elbow drop off the top. Austin Theory. Full of momentum, kick to the midsection. Ataxia from Theory to Starks. 1, 2. Oh my god, and Theory puts away Ricky Starks. Strong win there for Austin Theory. He really needed that win on the road to the pay-per-view, because he's going to be taking on a man the size of Ricky Starks. And now for tonight's main event. The NXT champion, Volta, who attacked Austin Theory earlier in the night. We've heard that, again, Theory could skip that first match due to being thrown into the edge of the barricade. It would have been unfair for him to compete against an opponent when he wasn't at 100%. Volta's gonna be watching his back. Apparently he does not have Imperium with him right now, so he's gotta keep an eye out for Theory. And the ring general has 2 targets tonight. Not only Theory, but Keith Lee, who beat Will Ospreay last week in a very definitive win against the aerial assassin. Keith Lee getting a shot to fight Volta, not for the championship, but if he was to win, he would definitely become a contender. The crowd is on fire here tonight for this big match between these big men, Volta and Keith Lee. Oh my god, and an elevated flatliner early on, shaking the ring as Volta launches, as Keith Lee launches Volta rather, and Volta rolls over into a sunset flip powerbomb. Just the roll-up part though, minus the power bomb. I don't know why I keep making stuff up today. But with now Volta in a fireman's carry position, guillotined on the top rope. Keith Lee's going in for the kill against Volta here tonight. He knows what this is going to mean for his future. He could go into NWA Power, the upcoming new show for Universe Mode, as a #1 contender. For those that don't know, NWA Power was a free YouTube show. And then it went just out of commission, out of action for a while, up until now. There has been no actual champions in NWA for quite some time, so when we transition over to NWA being the new show, Volta or Austin Theory will be the NWA champion. Keith Lee going for quick early pinfall. A fast kick out there. Volta's back to his feet. Went for a shotgun dropkick. Keith Lee has been on top of Volta since the very beginning of this match. And we saw just a few weeks ago, Volta was struggling to get going against Noam Dar as well. It seems early on in the match, he lets his opponents beat the holy hell out of him to see just what exactly they've got to offer against him. And now here comes Volta with the onslaught. Keith Lee, though, trying to fight him off. What is this? Looking for a suplex. Volta wriggling out of it. I think Volta's been busted open. Not the first time recently that Volta's been busted open. He's been having some issues with that. Oh my god, and a snap German suplex. Austin Theory's music is playing. Theory's not coming out though. Keith Lee back to his feet. Attacking Volta from behind using the distraction of Austin Theory's music. Maybe a little bit of mind games there. Oh my god. Deadlift. Power bomb by Keith Lee. I almost said by Volta. Look at this single leg Boston Crab now trying to wear down the big man. Keith Lee has been absolutely dominating here tonight. He's been on the offense. He may earn himself a mid-card championship opportunity again if he doesn't win here tonight. Would love to see Keith Lee challenge again at another upcoming pay-per-view. And another suplex attempt, but Volta fighting out of it, followed by a big boot. Volta launching Keith Lee over the top rope now. Trying to move this to the outside. Trying to keep in control. Trying to control the pace of the match. Oh, and a big boot sends Keith Lee back into the table. And a trade-off of chops. We know Volta's known for his big chops. The hand kind, not the mouth kind. And Keith Lee now sending him back into the ring. Oh! And Volta lured him straight into some more chops. Absolutely beautiful. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Powerbomb position. Oh, he lifts the big man up into a jackknife style powerbomb. Volta saying, "Are you entertained?" Holy shit. The absolute power on display by Volta. Went for the running clothesline. Looking to flatten Keith Lee. Keith Lee now looking to flatten Volta, but Volta's not having any of it. Oh, knee to the midsection. And these two men break it up. Oh my god, we almost had a malfunction at the junction, but Volta dodging out of the way, and now fireman's carry position. Holy shit. Ground zero from Keith Lee, and Volta kicked out. Volta trying to get back into this after getting hit with that Big Bang Catastrophe. I thought it was called Ground Zero. I don't know what, I think I was thinking of Storm Zero. But Volta now trying to get back into this. Trying to get on top of Keith Lee. And these big heavy attacks will get it done. They will put the big man down as long as Volta just keeps on going. Oh, went for another clothesline, but Keith Lee got it scouted, dodging out of the way each time, and now stacking Walter up, looking to put him away. Walter with the reversal. Oh, the double what? The double nothing. It's just a shotgun drop kick. Oh, Walter just sprung to the top. Big splash by the ring general. 2. Oh my god, and Keith Lee with a kick out. Holy shit. Oh my god. A big splash off the top by Walter. Oh, and a clothesline turns Keith Lee inside out. Holy shit. And now Walter, whoa, lurking. He's got the sleeper hold, trying to knock out Keith Lee. And he'll do it. The champion wins. Walter prevails yet again, knocking out Keith Lee after that big splash, followed by the clothesline and then the sleeper.